Real Talk with Felice. I'm your host, Felice Hightower. Today, me and my group of panelists will once again talk about healthy relationships, part 2. And we're still processing that infamous question about why is it so difficult for many singles to find the one. So let me just recap about what we talked about last time. Last time we talked about the main question, why is it so difficult? And then we also had you share about the difficulties of finding the one. We then shared everyone's current dating status and whether or not they liked their current dating status. And then we shared opinions and statistics about the dating scene in Charlotte. And unfortunately, Charlotte came in at number 10 as one of the worst cities to be dating in. But that's okay. So now we're going to move along, okay? I want to know and ask the women first. What are the qualities that you believe women are looking for, what you are looking for when it comes to finding the one? What are the qualities? Emily?
Personally, I feel like for me, a feminist perspective is really important, and that desire to be with a woman and that courage to be with a woman who is more independent and who does want to take care of herself. But I think it varies. I think a lot of women do like to be taken care of, or they might like to take care of their partner. So I think kind of evaluating your own love languages and the way you can give and receive love is a good way to kind of express that with your partner.
Okay, so let's kind of dissect yours a little bit.
Okay.
Because I heard some key words. You said feminism, feminist, right?
Yes.
So are you trying to tell us that you are a feminist?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So as a feminist, and we're going to have you represent the whole feminist movement.
Okay.
All right. What do feminists look for? What kind of qualities does a feminist look for in a man?
Well, feminism is all about equality and just being seen as equal to men. So having that in a relationship is really important for a feminist, and being treated as an equal, not as an object or not as subservient, but just an equal partner.
So let me chime in. So when you go to dinner, you pay too?
Yeah, I mean, I think it should be an equal give and take.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We heard it here. Wow, that's deep. Okay. So those are some of the qualities you look for?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Emily.
No problem.
Who wants to go next? Jessica?
I have some of the same qualities. I'm looking for someone who is respectful to women, has goals and is motivated, good sense of humor, is supportive, and just someone I can be myself with and doesn't pressure me to be someone else and want to change who I am.
Very good. Adrian, will you share?
Some of the qualities that I'm looking for, the number one quality, I'm looking for a Christian man. And I can't bend on that one. He can't be doing the exact opposite of what I'm doing, because that means we're not on the same page. He must have some goals. If he has not obtained that status in his own mind, that stage in his career, he has to at least be working towards it. He has to be supportive. He has to be kind and understanding of everything that I have going on. Self-employed, church plant pastor, extremely active as a volunteer. He's going to have to understand all of that. I'm looking for someone that I can be vulnerable with. I'm tired of being the head of the household. I'm tired of being the strong one. I'm tired of being the sole provider, the main decision maker. I'm ready to submit. And see, women turn that term into something bad. But if you understood what it meant from a spiritual standpoint, you would be looking forward to it.
Right.
So if he has goals, if he's driven, supportive, kind, caring, all of those things that I know I need in my life. And that goes back to me saying you have to do your self-evaluation, because if you don't know who you are and what it is that you need, you'll accept anything.
So Adrian, You pretty much looking for Jesus.
No, no.
I'm playing with you.
You know, listen, we're all striving for
No, I hear you.
and those were characteristics.
I got you. I'm teasing you.
Yeah, no. I'm not. I found Jesus.
I know you.
And I
found it.
have him. Yes, no, but they have to be striving towards something.
I like that point of view.
Yeah.
What other woman would like to share the qualities they're looking for? Anybody else?
I'm looking for respect and love. With that foundation, the man that have respect and love within themselves, they would care about your thoughts. They would care about. They would just care about you.
Okay, so the one thing y'all didn't say was whether or not the man needs to be good looking. So can we keep it real? Because remember, this is real talk. All right, so you can't even find out that you want respect and your value systems to be met unless something attracts you to the man. So how important is looks to women? To the women?
Well, that's very important to me.
You didn't say that at first, Sherry.
I know,
Okay.
but
Go ahead.
with respect, he gonna take care of himself.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna make sure that his hygiene and his appearance is worthy of that woman. So
Okay.
that come with respect. You know, if I'm looking all fly, he gonna make sure he's got himself together.
Some of the
just like with
ugliest
me.
men, though, they the biggest respecters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, can we keep it real? Okay, I'm going to keep it real. I like good-looking men, right? Seriously. Now, let's go to the men, because it looks like the women are kind of on this, this really high plane. Men, keep it real for me. What are the qualities? And don't let me speak for you, okay? Seriously. What are the qualities that men look for when they're trying to find the one? Who wants to go first?
Yeah, she has to look good.
Thank you, Jeff. Can we give Jeff a hand? Thank you. Go ahead.
She has to work out too. For
Yes,
me.
for you.
For me. And for most guys. The shape and curves, is important for guys. That's what attracts, keeps you at bay and all that other stuff.
Okay.
But she has to be caring. Funny. Going back to the question of the one is, I have to be like excited to see her, like not saying like how she looks sometimes, but I know she's funny, so I'm like, oh, we're gonna have some fun, joking wise and stuff like that. But just a down to earth, but then can dress up. So
Okay.
that's pretty much.
Who else wants to chime in?
I think in general, men look for a woman that's kind of supportive of them and won't quote unquote nag them, but will light a fire under their butt from time to time, like a good man, not a man who's still trying to find himself or is in that transition between boy to man. You want a woman who's going to be your partner and be beside you. And to her point, the aspect of men in terms of being the provider and being the sole decision maker and so forth, we get tired of that too. So it's some combination therein between feminism and chauvinism, I guess it is. But in truth, none of that really matters once you get down to the nitty gritty. When you all are having that argument, no one cares about what you were taught. You just care about right then and that moment. And that's what's really real, not the stuff that came before or subsequently after it. Personally, obviously, she does have to be physically attractive to you, but that's just for each person. Everyone has different things. So when you find that person that's in it, and it's not static, it's a scale. Minimally attractive to highest level of attractive.
Okay, so let's stop there because I think that's good, because one of the things that I kind of share with my friends all the time is you'd be surprised what things men are really attracted to. So like, for Jeffrey, he's like, a woman has to be athletic. But, I'm athletic, maybe here, there, it depends on what month it is. Seriously. So, I mean, I probably wouldn't be Jeff's type, but I'm somebody's, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, some things that a lot of women, I believe that women should try and be their best for who they want to see themselves as, because you'd really be surprised what men are attracted to. Like, one thing that I've noticed, men like stomachs. I'm so serious. It's the craziest thing, but they, it's soft, right? Help me out,
the
Carla.
number one thing for both genders in terms of attraction is confidence. You may not necessarily be the most attractive to a societal standard, but if you think you're attractive, not above, not having a big head or think you're more attractive than you actually are, but be confident in yourself. Men respond to that confidence. Women respond to that confidence.
I like that.
And that comes with knowing yourself.
That's nice. I like that. Confidence. Who wants to chime in on that?
Just to kind of piggyback on what he's saying as far as the confidence, I can give perfect examples with my wife. Sometimes she will come to me with a certain outfit on and ask my opinion, which I appreciate. She asks my opinion. And it could just be the way she walks in. And I'll say, no, sweetheart, you're not wearing it right. You're not wearing it right. And she'll get her mind right. She'll come back. And then all of a sudden, the same outfit becomes much more attractive because of the way she's projecting it. You kind of follow what I'm saying? So
Gotcha.
that's one of the things I always talk to her about, because regardless, I'm going to make sure I'm straight. I'm going to walk out the door and I'm good. But what you project over to other people, a lot of times is what they receive.
Okay. I like that. James?
Well, I think we all can agree that, physical attraction is, that's what you see first. So before you know that she's a great person or he's a great guy, you have to, be attracted physically to them to a certain level. I think another aspect that's high on my list is, we live in a very selfish society, both men and women. So, being able to, and Adrian used this word earlier, submit, but there is submission on both sides. If you're in a committed relationship, married or dating seriously, there is a level of submission. And again, someone else mentioned it earlier about, again, presenting your best self. So you want to take care of yourself so I can be there for you, in whatever capacity you might need me to be. So, again, there's a level of selfishness in the aspect of taking care of yourself, but there's also a level of submission, because you're, making sure you're available in whatever capacity your mate needs you to be.
Okay, and I like that. Let me just give you a couple of stats, okay? On a first date, it only takes men 15 minutes to decide whether or not he wants a second date. With a woman, it takes an hour or so if she wants to spend some more time with you. So I thought that was interesting. Also, a man knows he's in love with you first versus the woman. So that's some good stuff to know about men as well. So I think we had some good dialogue about some of the qualities that men and women are looking for. My next question is, and we might have to kind of extend this because I really want this question to be answered. Do you believe our views have changed when it comes to relationships and marriage? I really want your input as far as what has shaped your views. And what are your personal views about how we as a society, do you think we've changed our views about relationship and marriage? Who wants to take that one on?
For me, it's not a belief that they're changed. The reality is that they have changed through a lot of the ideas of what technology has brought us and access and things that you didn't get exposed to until much later in life. What we're able to see in terms of people now is you have a few different sides, but two of the major sides is people who are stringently trying to hold on to the old rules and old values as though they still work when times have changed, and people who are kind of throwing all of that away and sometimes running a little rampant with too much freedom.
Give me an example.
Just the idea of gender roles and gender equality. The feminist movement brought forth women's equality, yet chauvinism is male dominant but has an aspect of what a woman should be. Feminism is female dominated but has an aspect of what men should be in relation to women. So when people bog down in the gender roles and don't allow them to be flexible, you have arguments where, well, a man is supposed to do this. Maybe 50 years ago, maybe 40 years ago. Those types of things.
I like that. Thank you for that. Who else wants to say something quick? Let me go.
I agree. They have changed. And I think one of the issues that we have at play is the fact that we tend to, like you were saying, a man is supposed to do this, a woman is supposed to do that. Well, that's based upon your perception. And that's based upon, a lot of times, your rearing, how you were brought up, and all those different types of things. My dad wasn't around. My mom was strong in my life. My grandmother was strong in my life. So I have it's already built in, kind of an aspect of how to deal with women and things of that nature, whereas on the other side, my wife wasn't. She was raised by her mother and her grandmother, and there wasn't really that many men in the household. So you have to actually always take into account the experience and the factors of a person's life, and that will drive a lot of times what their behavior and how they respond to you.
Well, thank you for that. We've had some really great dialogue about two good questions, some qualities that we as men and women look for in a mate, and then do we believe that we've changed our views when it comes to relationships and men? Well, come back with me to part 3 of my series. It's been a pleasure spending time with you, sharing some real talk with some real people. Please go to my website, www.realtalkwithfelice.com, for further updates. In the meantime, God bless and thank you. This is Real Talk with Felice. I'm your host, Felice Hightower, and this is Community Corner. Today, my guest is Sharon Nelson with Trust Your Struggle. Welcome, Sharon.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, tell our viewers a little bit about Trust Your Struggle.
All right. Trust Your Struggle is a nonprofit organization on a mission to provide one-on-one support, education, and empowerment to individuals struggling with chronic illnesses, as well as other life-changing circumstances.
So if somebody wanted to help or get involved, what would they need to do?
Well, all one would need to do is just go to our website, www.itsyourstruggle.com. And from there, you will see that we have a wealth of programs. It Takes a Village is one, A Beautiful Struggle is another, and Look Good, Feel Good is our last program. In addition, we have our events all lined up for the calendar year 2015 with several opportunities in the community for any person, man, woman, boy, or girl, to get involved. And I know also there are times that we don't have the schedule to give back and be out at community events as much as we would like to be. So we also have opportunities for someone to nominate a friend, someone who might be going through their respective struggle. Let us know how we can help them. That's another way that one can get involved with Trust Your Struggle.
Okay, and so when they do want to help with get involved with Trust Your Struggle, can you give me some specifics, like what's a day in a life of somebody volunteering with your group?
All right. Well, that would actually depend on what will be the best fit for them. We have a variety of different programs, from our oncology clinic visits, where we go to our oncology clinics and we give breakfast to everyone. We also paint nails and give hand massages, some little things just to help the individuals who are getting the treatment go through it in a positive way.
So it looks like you do like a little personal touch with the
Absolutely.
people who are going through some really trying times in their life.
Absolutely. The whole point of Trust Your Struggle is intimate support. There are a lot of individuals who don't have the support that's necessary in order to go through and propel and overcome. And that's what we're here to do, is to give individuals that type of support. In addition to the medical, roadmap that they have to overcome, there's also that side that doesn't get talked about as much, the side that talks to the human person. What can we do for you? How can we help you?
Well, you did say that you had some great events. Can you name a few?
Oh, absolutely. We have one coming up on May the 2nd. It's called Ladies First. It's a garden tea party, which is actually a fundraising event benefiting our Ladies First mentoring weekend. That's a back to school program that we have going on. And it's actually being hosted and sponsored by Brio at South Park. And it's Kentucky Derby inspired. So you'll see all these beautiful hats and amazing accomplished women who are all passionate about giving back to the young girls of our next generation.
So once again, can you give us the plug about your website?
All right. It's www.itsyourstruggle.com.
I like that. Thank you for sharing with me today.
Thank you ever so
Sharon.
much for having me.
You're welcome. That's Real Talk Community Corner. Hello, welcome to Real Talk with Felice. Red Carpet Moments, CIAA 2015. Come with me into the heart of the epicenter while I talk to some real people about their CIAA plans. Friends and family, you think you might find your special boo out here? No! It's not the place. It's not the place. Well, tell me what you're wearing today. Who you supporting? Girl, do that. Nobody's special, I promise you. Nobody's special. Well, you look good, and I hope you enjoy CIAA. Thank you for stopping. Bye, guys. I'll see you.
Nobody gets hurt. Do right there, you know you see like a sweet thing. Don't let somebody guarantee the light. From the hip hop radio, the uptown radio, and full of bad see like that. That was possible. The competition, you find them in the hospital visiting time. Thinking it's on a Sunday, but notice they only get one day to shine. The rest of the week is mine, and I blind you with the sign that the others have yet to find. So come along and I need you to write. Just clap your hands at the words I say. I say, hey! Come on, hey! Say, oh, yeah! Come on, oh, yeah! DJ K-Rock, let me hear the shout.
I got everything you said.
You want to see it? He has a people. Time to the world and time to people. Then I'm a road runner. Leaving you with your test again and just in this time to the time. Like the way just get quicker. Then they took it out the basement. 14 and even a hard man is your break. So don't ever second guess me. And if you're wondering who could be best, people take a second. Recollect the worst whipper you ever had that. And I went. Then I did it. My fingerprints are still on me. How many times I gotta warn you about the light in the blind sight, but the river is still guiding you. It's like, oh! Say, oh, yeah! Come on, Holy Spirit!
What's your name?
Uncle Butcher.
Uncle Butchie is your name. Well, you look nice today.
Thank you.
What brought you out to CIAA?
You know, I keep hearing all the hype about what CIAA is about, so I just wanted to check it out for myself for the first time.
It's your first time.
First time, yeah.
What school you supporting?
Actually, I'm supporting Livingston.
Livingston.
But
All right.
I'm not from the college, actually. I'm from Norfolk State University, but I just heard so much about it. I'm thinking HBCU is all family and all that.
Okay, you married? You got a boo?
What's a married?
Oh, you married?
Yeah.
Where's she
Hi,
at?
baby. Hi, Erica. She at home.
Okay. Good representative. So she know you out
Oh,
here.
yeah, of course.
Okay, well, next time you got to bring the wifey so she can experience CIAA too. Well, thank you for stopping by.
Appreciate it.
Nice meeting you. What's your name?
My name is Alexis Scott.
Alexis, where you from?
Charleston, South Carolina.
Charleston. I love Charleston.
Really?
I do. Is this your first year at CIAA?
No, it's not.
How many years have you been coming?
3, actually.
Okay, so what brought you back this year? What are you looking for?
I'm just looking forward to the games, the parties, mixing and mingling. That's really it.
What school you support?
Johnson C. Smith.
Holla, alumni. That's so
Really?
sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to Johnson C. Smith. Okay, so any plans around the nightlife?
Not really. It's kind of up in the air. Just waiting to see what everybody's doing.
Okay. Well, thank you for stopping by. Real Talk with Felice.
Hi, how are you?
What's your name?
My name is Chantel Morrell.
Okay, what school you support?
I support Johnson C. Smith University.
Alumni. That's not going to tell you when I graduated. That's all right.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Well, how long you been coming to CIAA?
I've been coming to CIAA for a very long time. My mom actually went to Johnson City University.
Nice.
And so even before it was in Charlotte, I've always attended events.
Okay. So you ever in hopes of trying to meet a boo out here or no?
I'm married. I'm married to another bull, so I got me a boo. He's watching right now.
Oh, he's watching. Okay. Well, that's good. Let him know I can interview him too.
Yes, yes.
Well, it was nice meeting you.
Nice
Thank you for
meeting you
stopping
too.
by.
No problem.
I believe the decision to be in a relationship begins and ends with you. Yes, it takes two to tango, but before you accept the dance, you should first know the steps. You should first know and understand you. Healthy relationships require a lot of work and effective communication. Are you really ready? Think about it. It's been a pleasure sharing time with you on Inspire Me Moments.